How we doing, guys? Welcome to our third week of the semester, and this week marks a transition from our first mode of discourse, which was narration, to our second mode of discourse, which is description. So, as of you all watching this, you will have deposited your narrative essays. Those have a 2-week turnaround time in terms of the grading window. I'll try to get to those, at least start them, grading them this week, and it's graded according to a rubric. The rubric has to do with content. Did you actually write a narrative essay based on what we talked about? Structure, are there paragraphs with transitions? Remember your transitions from your exercise 2 and 3 from a couple weeks ago. Format, are you following the format that is in the student example that you saw in the SEC exercises 2 and 3 at the bottom there? And style and language, that has to do with, is your language use, grammar use, not riddled with too many errors, and is it appropriate for academic audiences? So you avoiding slang. Of course, you're allowed a little liberty with that in a narrative essay. So, but huge grammatical errors you want to avoid, of course. So the rubric out of those 4 criteria, it's 25 points a piece. 25 times 4 is 100. So essays are 100 points. And the narrative is 15% of your grade. So those will be coming back to you in the span of 2 weeks. We'll have completed them in that time. So please make sure, guys, that you are doing the right exercises. Some of you in the narration SCC exercises, looks like you were doing other exercises than what was assigned. So let's make sure we're all on the same page here. So you go into SCC, okay, go to Chapter 3, Modes of Discourse, all right, click Start Lesson, and for this go around, you're going to go to 3.2, Description, okay? The exercises are exercises 4, 5, and 6. And while I'm with you here, let me just make sure. This is, by the way, in Shell 2, Week 3, okay? So actually just exercises 4 and 5, so don't worry about 6, okay? Just exercises 4 and 5. Exercise 4, you write a paragraph, okay, with those 5 scenes there: night, beach, city, dinner, stranger, those 5 situations, aspects, whatever you want to call them. And then in exercise 5, you have to read the organizing strategy paragraphs right above exercise 5. But you are asked to do another paragraph, which asks you to describe based on an organizing strategy. So organizing strategy meaning, let's say we're describing a house. How are we going to organize our essay if we're writing a descriptive paper on a house? We'll probably start in the entryway, then we'll go to the hallway, the foyer, the kitchen. So that's what they mean by organizing strategy. Okay, how are you flowing in this paragraph for exercise 5? So we're not writing an essay this week. That's going to be the following week. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know, when it comes time for the descriptive essay, you are going to have to follow an organizing strategy. So exercise 5 is very helpful with that. So exercise 4, a paragraph with the 5 aspects there: night, beach, city, dinner, stranger. You want an organized, integrated paragraph with those 5 things, using at least 3 of the 5 senses for each description. So description, we're talking about adjectives, the part of speech, adjectives, descriptive words, making things pop off the page with rich, vivid description. Okay, so that is the SEC for the week. Now, the other thing we have is our readings in the reader. Okay, So the 1101 reader for this week is Goodbye to My Twinkie Days by Vic Min Nguyen and Once More to the Lake by E.B. White. E.B. White, who wrote Stuart Little and Charlotte's Web. I'm quite a fan of that Once More to the Lake piece, by the way. It's one of my personal favorites of the semester. Really, really beautiful. Won't say anything else. Let you guys enjoy that. But there are discussion questions attached for those reader readings. Okay. So this is a lot like our first week where we did SCC exercises and reader readings with discussion questions. Okay. The only other thing to do this week is voluntary, meaning you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it is a blog. Blogs are worth extra credit on your research essay. That's the essay coming up in about 2 rotations from now. So we're at description, then we're going to go to argument and persuasion, and then we're going to go to the research version of your argument persuasion essay. So a little ways off, several weeks down the line, but it's a good idea to participate in the blogs, okay, because I will give you a few extra credit points on that essay, and that essay is worth 25% of your grade, okay? And then in the back half of the semester, when we revise all of our essays, okay, you'll get a chance to revise that research essay as well. But it's a good idea still to do the blogs so that you give yourself opportunity to get extra credit on it even before you revise it, okay? So I do recommend participating in the blog, and this week it is just a couple paragraphs on your favorite reading from the narration unit, okay? So that was George Orwell's Shooting an Elephant and Bonnie Smith Yackel's My Mother Never Worked, okay? Now, if you do want to do the blog, again, it's voluntary. You don't have to do it, but I do encourage you to. I will be participating in there, adding a brief comment here and there, maybe telling you guys my favorite piece as well. So it'd be nice to have you guys participating in the blog space as well, okay? So just to recap, we are on our next mode of discourse, description, okay? Having just left our first mode of discourse, narration. And this week it's SCC exercises 4 and 5, chapter 3.2, okay? 2 paragraphs, one for exercise 4, one for exercise 5. Additionally, the reader readings, Once More to the Lake by E.B. White, and Goodbye to My Twinkie Days by Vic Min Nguyen. Discussion questions are attached in the link there. And voluntarily, blog for extra credit on your research essay when that time comes in a few weeks, okay? Otherwise, do me a favor, guys. If you have a question on anything throughout the week, please in your email, if you could do me a favor and write, hey, I watched the video and I read the announcement, but I still have a question. And it's fine if you do. It's totally fine if you do. I just want to make sure that you guys are reading the announcements and watching the videos, okay? Frankly, these videos aren't, I don't know if I really want to say they're not necessary. I'm just kind of riffing on the announcement that's already there. But again, the reason I do these is just to put in a little FaceTime with you guys and make the course a little more personal. But I want to know that you're actually reading the announcement and watching the video. Sometimes some of the questions I've been getting, I'm tempted to reply back with, well, did you read the announcement, watch the video? Okay. And by you telling me in your email, hey, yes, I read the announcement, I watched the video, but I still have a question. That way I know that you are doing these things and you still have a question, which again is totally cool if you do, okay? More than happy to help you guys if you have a question. But if you don't say that in your email, then I'll know, oh, well, this person just didn't bother with the announcement in the video. They just hammered away at an email. And I'm less likely to be as helpful with that individual, or I will instruct that individual to go back and reread or read the announcement and watch the video. Okay. So please do me a favor again in your email this week. Any questions? Yes, I read the announcement. I watched the video. Still have a question. And again, totally cool if you do. Okay. All right then. Wish you all good luck this week, and I will be back at the start of our next week with a new video, and happy to have you guys. I'm really liking some of you guys are just chef's kiss quality with your writing to the responses, with the worst day at my job, even if you didn't have a job. You guys are pretty creative with how to modify that to suit your individual experiences. So overall, I've been pretty impressed with some of the writing. So some of you it's really nice to see how good your writing is. Okay, and even if I don't always, put in a reply to your assignment, hey, good job, or because I am so busy with I have 100+ students with you guys in the middle school, or so when I go to grade, I'm laser focused looking at what I need to find in your response, and I might issue that 100 or that 85 pretty quick, and I won't always have time, or I won't always think to say, hey, really nice job. Okay, so even if I don't always say it, those of you who have high grades right now, you are earning it. Okay, so just wanted to say that as well. All right, with that, peace, and talk to you again next week. Bye bye.